Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have the amazing privilege to sit down with not only my sister, my business partner, my bestie, Wendy Kernew Harris, who is also the founder of Big Girl Interrupted, and our blog writer.
Hello.
Yay! I am spotlighting her tonight. So we took a little bit of break on the blogs, and now we're back in full force. So Wendy's released a blog today, and I'm really excited. I will just, I think I want to highlight or read a little bit of today's blog so people can go to the link and check out the rest. I know that I have written a few blogs about this topic in one way or another, but it's so important to understand it fully. I am also learning about myself as I write and think about this. I wonder what she's talking about. The only way I know. The only way you can is go to the link and check out the blog. So Wendy, blogging.
Yes.
You're a blogger. You're a writer.
I'm a writer.
Feel like it. What does that feel like?
What does that feel like? Accomplished, and I'll tell you why. If any of my grade school teachers were to watch this right now, their mouths are probably hitting the floor.
That's always the case,
right?
Always. The case.
I was the kid in the classroom that never could sit still. Looking back now, I would know that I had ADHD. Mm-hmm. I couldn't hold a pencil right. I remember them putting triangles on my pencils to get me to write right. And always the smart ass in the classroom. So yes, that would be a big surprise for a lot of people in my past life.
So what is the feeling? What does it feel like? Because you're officially a writer.
I am.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? I write for myself, and if it touches anybody else, then that is a bonus for me. Mm-hmm. I think I'm not out here to get famous or to make millions of copies of books for anybody. If that happens, then I am blessed by that.
Right.
But if I am able to, I sometimes write about some pretty heavy things.
Yeah.
And I think life can get heavy. So I think it's important to expose all of its ugliness in a way that you can also have some fun with it. I'm also not dark. There's usually some smart ass comment in my blogs at some point.
Right. And I mean, it goes with who we are as the interruptions woman experience, right?
Absolutely.
So what you write about is a true experience to what women encounter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of identity stuff, a lot of trauma.
Right.
I wrote a really heavy blog in the near beginning, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not correct.
Last year.
That was therapeutic for me in a way. It was about rape, and my first sexual experience was a rape. It was heavy enough that we put a warning video out ahead of time.
Yes,
but it wasn't only that, it was something that my family never knew about. So I had to actually have the conversation with my mom and my sisters. Hi, Danielle. And dealing with that was a hard thing to do.
Right.
So it's been therapeutic, and I think writing should be therapeutic. I don't think it should be stressful and when I get stressed out about it, usually it just shuts me down anyway. I can't write anymore. So
right.
Yeah.
So, okay, take us to that process, because I remember the conversations and how were we going to do this, how were we going to put it out, and because we are from the social service field, we're exposed to that. So it's taking ourselves out of that field where it's I don't like the word normal, but because we're so exposed to it on a higher level than the average person.
Do you mean like sexual assault?
Yeah, and I remember us talking about how do we want to put this? How do we want to put your story out there? And
right.
We planned out. Okay, you have to talk to these family members first. So what was that like experience like?
What was that experience like? I think so. It was, again, something my mom and my sisters never knew about.
Mm-hmm.
Having the conversation with my mom was probably the hardest because it was such a specific time in my life. My
Right.
mom would have known exactly when it happened. And then I thought she might, turn some blame on herself, which was, obviously that's silly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she might have done that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was her reaction to it was a little bit strange to me. She wanted to know who. I didn't share any of those details with her because they're really not important. He's not important by any means.
Right.
Um, I'm an older sister to two very younger sisters. I'm 10 and 11 years older than two of my sisters. And I think for the last, I don't know, 25 years, however long it's been, I've been protecting them from that. So trying to put it in a way, my sisters were totally cool with it. They totally understood. One of them was not surprised. She thinks she for some reason thinks that she kind of already knew, which I don't see how that would be, but
Right.
it was a unique experience to share that with my family. And I was so afraid of breaking them with it that I held on to it for so long.
Right.
And then when it was just over, it was just like, okay, whew, it's gone. It's over with. It never came up again. I don't know if they read my blog. They never did tell me if they read it, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them that they were not pressured. There was no anything, but I wanted them to know it was going into the world.
Right. Right.
Oh, thank you, Danielle.
Mm-hmm. So now that it's out and you've written about many topics,
right?
How is Wendy feeling today?
I love writing blogs. I honestly enjoy it. Although I feel I can get stuck, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like, and I've been stuck for a couple months now, and if I don't feel it's authentic and real and from my heart, I can't. I literally have, if not 100, at least dozens of blogs that I've started and stopped. I can't even tell you how many, and some of them I'll go back to and be like, okay, yeah, this topic resonates with me now. I can write about that.
Right.
And some of them just get scrapped and I never look at again. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if everybody experiences that. That's my experience with writing.
Right.
I never seen myself as a writer. And like I said, I would surprise, I'm sure, many of my grade school teachers who, I'm pretty sure thought that I would not accomplish much in my life. And I had convinced myself I wasn't going to accomplish anything in my life.
Mm.
I don't think that, yeah. So it gave me, it's empowering to be able to, and when somebody reads it and goes, holy crap, like I get that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And even if that's one person, it doesn't matter to me if it's tens of thousands or if it's one person,
Mm-hmm.
The other concern that we had about that one blog was also that we work in the field.
Yes.
Some of our kids that I've worked with, past and present, we have a business. They know about our business. They follow Big Girl Interrupted. Was
right.
That, them know that too. So, and I write about my family. I write about my life. It's not, most of the stuff I write about is quite personal.
Right.
So, yeah. So they get a little bit of an insight to my life too. But at the end of the day, we're all human. I know, and I'm a big believer in letting kids know that you're humans.
Yeah, and being transparent, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And really, like, there is a high percentage of the people who are in our field have been exposed to something or experienced something, right? Mm-hmm. And this also contributes to why we've made the choice to choose this field.
Yeah,
that lived experience. Now, when you get an idea, what is that like? What does Wendy's body feel, experience, mind, soul? When you get a topic and you're like, and it's like a really good one, what do you like?
I get super excited. Sometimes I've gotten up out of my bed in the middle of the night to write. A lot of the times topics come to me in the shower. Mm-hmm. And what I need to do, because you know how my mind works, not everybody does, but my mind, if I don't get it out in the moment, it's gone. So I need to start like having a recording device in the shower with me that I could say blah 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 blah. So it will trigger. So I've lost a lot of thoughts in the shower. I get very excited. If I have a thought that's ruminating with me, I can't go to sleep with it. There's just no way. I have to get up and write.
Right.
So that's exciting to me. Because I feel like if I'm excited about that, somebody somewhere else in the world is going to be excited about that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some tips and tricks for a new somebody who's interested in blogging, but they're still on the fence, or there's a fear? What are some tips and tricks that you can, give to them?
To write from a place that is from what you know, write from your heart, write authentically. Don't worry about spelling and grammar and all that. If somebody's going to judge you on your spelling and your grammar, I'm not, I make lots of mistakes, and sometimes we don't catch them even when they go on the blog. Like I read my blog today and I was like, oh, I made a mistake there. But that to me, at the end I used to get really hung up on that. That to me now shows the authenticity of it a little bit. Maybe that's not professional. Maybe a professional blogger that's been doing it for a long time might have a different opinion. But to me, it's just real. Don't get caught up on that. Don't get caught up on, thinking this is going to make you famous and, you're going to have 10,000 books or 1 million copies sold or anything like that. If you're doing it from a place that's real and honest and sincere, it's going to hit the people it needs to hit. And if that means that you get to sell 1 million copies, then that's just gravy.
Right. That's bonus. Right.
At the end of the day, it should be something that, for me, unless it's like a self-help thing, which is a little bit different of a blog, I think, because that's just something and it's very mechanical, and you're just breaking down what it is, or like a blog about IT or something like that. I think those are a little bit different.
Right.
When you're talking about a personal blog, if it's good for you, at the end of the day, that's the best thing in the world.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That can be your therapist. You don't need to go pay somebody $80 or $120 an hour, really, at the end of the day. I'm not saying don't go to therapy. That's not what I'm saying. But
it can be a tool that you use in conjunction with therapy.
Extremely therapeutic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's one of Wendy's fears with her blogs or writing?
Not so much with my blogs. I think with the book that I'm writing, because I am writing a book and it's trauma based. It does. So originally it was going to be all my story. And as I went along and, I was sharing that I was doing this, so many other incredible stories came to me that I was like, this has to be about more than just me. Right. So now I have a collection of women that have survived trauma and all different levels. Missing somebody there, somebody that reads it and it re-traumatizes them. Some of my writers that are writing being re-traumatized.
Right.
That's a fear. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't have any. It's actually freedom.
Right.
Writing definitely has given me freedom. And it gives me a sense of, because a lot of the time I don't read my blogs. Right. And then sometimes you send them to me because we need to go over something or whatever. Just like today's blog, I read it and I was like, holy shit, I wrote that. As I'm reading them, it's almost like it just goes into this telling of a story, and that just needs to be told. And then I don't realize what I'm writing and in the richness that I'm writing sometimes. And you know what? I'm going to own that because it is richness that I'm writing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. Because Wendy sometimes doesn't own her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very proud of you that you owned it. Good job.
Thank you.
Amazing. So just before we hop off, what I like to ask people.
Okay.
The sentence. So I believe.
Ooh. So we just did this over an IG. And I don't remember what I said. I believe that every single person in this world has a story, and every single person has a story that can help somebody else at some point in their story. Stories are a powerful, beautiful thing, and I think we become so afraid of our stories and that people are going to judge us and people are not going to understand us that we keep it to ourselves. Our story is essentially a gift that you can give the world. And whether you write it, whether you tell it, whether you sing it, whether you pray it, whether you spoken word it, you need to get it out there, because you never, ever, ever know who's listening and who needs to hear what you have to say.
Right. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's Wendy, our blog writer for Big Girl Interrupted. I'm very excited. And if you want to know where you can check out our blogs, it's on our website. We're on Pinterest under Big Girl Interrupted. We also are on LinkedIn, Facebook.
We're everywhere.
Yes, just everywhere. Tumblr. So go check out our blog. It's there. Wendy's the writer of our blog, and as she said, she has a book coming soon. So stay tuned for that. There'll be lots of exciting things coming with her. The pre-launch of her book. Stay
be patient. Just be patient.
Yes, just
because it's not just me writing. It's a collection of, like I said, it's a collection of other women. So we're trying to work together collectively and do that. And some of them are at different places of being able to write their story. So I just need, and I want to be respectful of that.
which is perfect, which is honorable, right? Mm-hmm. So that's exciting. And if you are an entrepreneur and you are fearful of the camera and being talked and you want to talk about your business, definitely go to the link and fill out our 4-minute form. I will help you. This is really easy.
I was so easy to work with, guys.
Yeah. And I was fearful, but now I'm okay. Every Monday I do this.
Good. And I don't know if it's out there yet, but I'm really, really, really excited about next week's spotlight.
Yes.
I'm really excited. You do not want to miss it.
Yes, I'm really excited too. Unveiling my personal space. So. But and you know what? It's funny because I don't want people to get their, like, the rest of my life is not like that. It's just that one spot. But
everybody's got a spot.
I know, where you just want to like neglect. But I'm very excited because I'm in the hands of a very capable and smart, strong woman. So she will take me through that process, and I'm excited about that. So see you next week for Big Girl Interrupted's Entrepreneur Spotlight at 7 p.m. And I am your host, Hazel, and the co-founder of Big Girl Interrupted, Wendy. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great night.
And the YouTube family, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.
Right down there.
Yeah.